So guys, 1 year of Ricay Fan Zone. I'd like to, before I start this interview with our sponsor today, Barry, thank every single person that subscribed. It's been an amazing year for me, and it's something I want to continue, and maybe one day become a job like Robbie on Arsenal Fan TV. But let's not mention the Premier League, boys, eh? Barry.
Hello.
Obviously, you're somebody that watches it every week. How have you perceived this non-league fan channel?
It's a good question, Reece. I think it's good. I spoke about it before. I mean, the great thing about non-league football is that you're closer to the action. You're more involved in the club and the run, and the club listens to the fans. You're closer to the staff. You're closer to the players. Literally closer to the action because you get right on top of it. You're right next to the touchline. Really, the way I see Fan Zone, the job that you're doing is that's an extension of that. You're speaking to the fans straight after the game. Emotions run high in football. Everyone's passionate about it, and you're getting even closer to the action when you're speaking to the people that are paying their hard-earned money. At the gate. Speaking to them, seeing what they think straight after the game. And they're passionate. They're telling you what you think, and it's honest. I think that's what's great about non-league football. It's honest. Nobody. There's no. Nobody puts a gloss over anything. They're not lying. They're just telling you their honest truth, and that's the best thing about it. It's real people, real football for real people. That's the way to look at it.
And obviously, I've just mentioned Arsenal Fan TV. They've really thrived the fan channel era, if you like, on the Wenger out. West Ham are now starting to build themselves up through a David Sullivan out era. They want the ball out. But on our channel, we're not like that, and we're still getting relatively a good amount of views for the club we are. Do you think that's a good sign of intent, that we're not complaining about the ball, we're just, coming on, and our fans, like Mark and Lewis, only concentrate on what goes on the pitch?
Yeah, 100%. The West Ham and Arsenal are two massive clubs playing in a massive league. The most watched, the most supported league in the world, the richest league in the world. They're not the way I look at it. They're not fans anymore. They're customers. They couldn't go and knock, chap on the door at the ground, or the training ground, and say, we want the manager out, you're going to listen to us. 30, 40 years ago, they could have. I'm in mind of a very famous clip when Newcastle United sold Andy Cole to Manchester United in 1995. The fans turned up at St James's Park to argue with the club, and Kevin Keegan himself came out, spoke face to face with the fans, and gave them the reason as to why they sold Andy Cole. You wouldn't get that now. And we're these Premier League fans on channels are coming so they can get their voices heard, because the club won't listen to them face to face. They won't have fans forums with them. So these are powerful movements, and that's why they're mostly negative. They're not going to go on and say some reserve player played well. They don't care about that. That's not news. Whereas what you're doing, absolutely brilliant, because as I alluded to in the last question, these are passionate supporters that are getting their point across straight after the game. They're paying their money through the gate. They're seeing what's happening right in front of them. And I love watching the videos personally. I know sometimes, I comment quite a lot, and it might get quite boring for some people, but what I say is completely genuine, to be honest, 100% genuine. And I really do enjoy seeing it through their eyes, because obviously, not literally, but I'm a million miles away in terms of Billericay, the town. I'm the other end of the United Kingdom, really. So the only perspective I get is through yourself and through them, and obviously the commentary, via social media. So the videos are great for me, and I say they're always honest. Straight after the game, they're always honest, and I would say sometimes, they give their take in it. It's I kind of alluded to it earlier. Maybe, no, it's not a case of if. It's a case of when the team gets promoted. It's going to happen. Next season, they're going to lose more games. That happens. It'll be a tougher league, and you might see some more raw and more honest assessments. Everything's great just now because they're winning. But I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. I don't think fans should be allowed to say their views, but the positive stuff's great. But as I said earlier as well, after the Leatherhead game, there were some very honest assessments. And the games that have been lost this season, even the draws, there's been some very honest assessments, and that's all you can ask. And I would say, the one I remember it stands out most is Mark after the Leatherhead game.
Yeah.
He was honest, and I would say blunt, but really honest.
Mm.
And that's what you want. You don't want him to come out. Nobody's happy after you've lost the game.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy. So he was honest, but it wasn't personal. It wasn't like some of the bigger clubs do. Came out as a fan, said wasn't happy with this, wasn't happy with the formation. He's a fan. He's a passionate fan, and he is a very passionate fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want to see in a video, because he cares as much as the players and the staff do. So, and what I found quite interesting was after we discussed that formation, I'm pretty sure the game after that the formation got changed, did it not?
Yeah.
So, that just shows, everyone's in it together at that club.
Yeah.
So it's brilliant, and what you're doing, with Fans on TV is you're playing as big a part as well. So
yeah,
keep it up.
I'm going to go on to obviously that Leatherhead game. Do you think? I think another example was Kingstonian's first day of the season. We've just beaten West Ham 3-1.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was their under 23s.
Mm-hmm.
And my quote against that to Lewis in the West Ham game, if you saw it, was, "Is it a case of our players becoming too big-headed?" Lewis could have picked up on that against Kingstonians and said they're an egotistical bunch of what. But he didn't, and I didn't ask angry questions. I just we asked honest. I asked honest questions, and he gave an honest opinion calmly. That's important.
I mean, when you get a good result, I'm involved in football myself, nowhere near the same level as Billy Ricay, but
yeah.
And you've been involved in football. I'm sure all the fans that you speak to as well are involved in football one way or another. As players and coaches, whatever. If you get a really good result and you're on a run, your confidence is sky high.
Mm-hmm.
That West Ham friendly, it was a lot of hype around it. The AGP getting finished, and I know there's a connection between the two clubs.
Yeah.
And I know that the largest ever attendance was a West Ham friendly, wasn't it? So
yeah.
I think everything, and it was the summer, it was warm, and it was a really good result. I think that set the team up after a really good pre-season, going into the first game of the season. I know myself, in football, you want to win the first game of the season. That's a big game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sets out your stall for the rest of the season. You win that first game, and that sets the tone. I say that to my own players, before the first game of the season, go and get a win, set the tone. But I think that the Kings, in my opinion, I know it's 4 months ago now, but I think it was you couldn't have got a worse game for the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And when I say that, it's because of the whole hype surrounding the manager, the previous manager. But I think he knew the club. He, because a lot of the players were still the same players, so he'll have first-hand knowledge. And with it being at his old ground, AGP, where it was a new lodge when he was there, right? He had that little edge. And there's that picture. I remember the picture at the end of the game with him celebrating.
Yeah.
So he knew how to get a win.
Yeah.
And I just think it wasn't so much that everyone's the football's all about opinions. I think the hype surrounding Billy Ricay before that game, a hell of a lot of pressure on them from the press. There is so much hype, So I think it was just a bit of a cosmic storm. They were expected to win 5, 6, 7-0, hammer them. And it's been said in many interviews by and you spoke about it. It's been said in the press. And the players say it's a cup final for a lot of teams now.
Yeah.
So they want to beat Billy Ricay. So I was surprised and I wasn't surprised at that result. But, and sometimes it's better to get a defeat out of the way early. It puts things in perspective, gives you a boot up the backside. So they haven't looked back really since it seems a long time ago now, doesn't it? So.
And lastly, I don't want this to come across self-obsessed. Make this a quick question because I've got to go. How far do you think not only me but this channel will go?
It's a good question. You're a very passionate young man, right? Obviously, we've become quite close as friends over the last few months.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the work I do with you, you just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep showing the same passion. If you know, you've got good ideas. Listen to as many people as you can. You know, if people give you tips and advice, you know, take on board the constructive criticism, learn from it. And it's a bit of a cliche saying, but the world's your oyster. It's what you make of it. You've got the support of the club for a start, you know, which is fantastic. And if you keep working well with them, I'm sure you'll keep getting opportunities. You know, you've got your regular, you know, contributors in Lewis and Mark and John, you know, and Chris, you know, and you'll keep picking up more. And the club's going to get promoted, and the club's profile's going to get bigger. So if you keep contributing positively, you're going to be part of that race. And obviously, away from Billericay, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. You know, at school, stick in. So yeah, it really is up to you. Just, you know, and don't worry about criticism or, you know, as Glenn speaks about the haters, right? There's always going to be haters in life, right?
Yeah.
Don't take it with a pinch of salt. At the end of the day, at least you've got the balls to go out there and do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna give us your rugby self. So I'm going to jump in just a second, right? And I'm going to wish you and your family a happy Christmas. Okay.
Yeah, and you.
Thank you. It's been good getting to know you, and also all the people I've got to know on social media. I know I don't use my real name on my Twitter handle.
Yeah.
But obviously my real name's out there now, or my first name.
Yeah.
But there's too many of them to mention. But obviously Lewis and Mark got to know, Chris and John as well, and Joe, and even in the staff and the players at the club, right? Obviously I like and comment on a lot of posts, and they always respond. They don't have to, but they do, and that means quite a lot. And even Glenn himself as well. Obviously, after the last video, the personal offer he made to me, I haven't forgotten about that. You know, and I will be down this season. I was hoping to be down next week, but my circumstances mean I can't. But I'll be down there. Down there this season. I seen an interview where he said he's wanting to win the league at Leatherhead. Well, if that's the case, then I'll try and get down there for that day as well. That'd be a good place to win it. So, but no, a sincere, heartfelt, wish of a great Christmas for everyone and the club, and for the new year as well. It's going to be a great year. That's for sure.
And just a quick question. I know you've already watched the video, but before you watched it, who do you think would have won, Baker or Symes?
Who do I think? I would have said a draw.
Yeah.
They're both very, very knowledgeable, and they love their club. So a draw.
So guys, obviously you can watch that video tomorrow. Obviously, if you're watching this before Christmas Eve, it's out on 6 o'clock. And I've just got a personal message to Barry. Barry, I'd just like to say thank you for choosing our club to support. It means a lot, you know, to fans that we've got a fan from Scotland. So yeah, just a massive thank you. And thank you for being my sponsor this year. And by the way, I just want to release on video that me and Barry have agreed for next season's sponsorship as well. So it's a 2-season thing now. That's
fine. That's not a problem. Thank you for that, Reese. As I say, I've got to know you over the last few months as well. You know, it's more than I just about Billericay now. So, you know, that long may it continue.
Right then. Thanks, Barry.
Not a problem. You take care. Speak soon.
Bye.
Bye.